to growth. You've said yes to connection. You've said yes to a more intentional and empowered way of living. That's the truth. You've said yes to connection with your family. You've said yes to growth, to personal growth and development. This journey isn't just about putting pen to paper. No, it's not. It's about discovering deeper self-awareness. It's about discovering deeper self-awareness. It's about building unshakable confidence in yourself and also building confidence in your children. Is about nurturing the kind of family bond that actually transforms generations. And I mean every bit of what I'm saying. Now, over the next 30 days, we'll explore insights, insights that will shape how you think, how you lead in your home, wherever you're leading, how you lead. We'll explore insights that will shape how you connect and actually how you grow together as a family. So I just want to say thank you so much for showing up. Thank you so much for trusting us to do this with you. Let's write, let's reflect, and let's rise one page at a time. Let us reflect, let's rise one page at a time. Welcome to this journey of a lifetime. It's actually a journey of a lifetime. Journaling is something that you should take with you all your life. It's really life transforming. So I'll start by telling you my story about how journaling changed my life, how journaling changed my parenting as well. Now, I used to feel overwhelmed every single day as a mother. There were moments I would lose my patience and snap at my children. Then I'll feel terrible afterwards. You know what I'm talking about, don't you? I'll go to bed carrying guilt and I'll wake up already stressed before the day even begins. You can imagine that. I didn't feel like the parent I actually dreamed of being. I didn't feel that way. I knew there was something I needed to change. I just knew it. Then I discovered the power of journaling, and then I started journaling just 5 minutes a day. At first, it felt strange, but slowly it became a sacred space for me. It became a mirror of my thoughts, a release for my emotions. It became a tool to reset my intentions. Did you get that? Through journaling, I began to notice my triggers. That was just it for me. I began to understand myself better. I began to notice my triggers. I began to acknowledge my feelings without shame and, respond instead of reacting. That was what journaling did for me. I began to respond instead of reacting. I started writing daily affirmations. Things like, I am calm. I am a connected mother. You understand? My brain started to believe these things. Whatever you tell your brain is what your brain believes. So my brain started believing it. I became more self-aware. I understood myself better. I became more grounded. And my children actually noticed it. Children will always notice, right? They always will notice. So one day, my daughter hugged me and said, Mom, you don't shout anymore. Honestly, that moment sealed it for me. That very moment sealed it for me because I realized that, so this thing is actually working. Because sometimes things happen and we don't even notice it. Journaling helped me to become the mother I prayed to be. The mother I prayed to be. Present, patient, and also powerful. Journaling helped me to achieve that. And that is why we created this challenge for families to discover this life-changing tool as well. So I hope you are ready to make the best of these 30 days. Please, do not take it lightly. Do not just take it as one of those things. No. Truly. Coach, can I have my slides, please? Journaling is life transforming. It's something we must take very, very, very serious. I want to welcome you once again as we start, this teaching today. It's going to be a masterclass, a bit long. I'll be talking about what is journaling. What is journaling? So journaling is not just writing. Journaling is a powerful tool for self-reflection. It's a powerful tool for emotional clarity. It's a powerful tool for personal growth and transformation. It's actually how we pause, process, and make sense of our world, one word at a time. All right. At its core, journaling is simply just like writing your thoughts, really. Do you understand? Writing your emotions, writing your observations, writing your reflections, your ideas, your goals in a very safe space. But Johnny, can you go to the part that says what is journaling? That's where I am now. I've left you. Writing usually in a notebook or that's it, or in a digital journal. Do you understand? It's like having like a conversation with your own self, a space where your thoughts have room to breathe. Do you get that? Do you get that? I need this class to be very interactive. So please put in the comment section if you can hear me and if you're getting something. Okay, you can put an emoji or something. So I want to just burst some common myths about journaling. There are a lot of misunderstandings about journaling that I want to clear up. Just let's clear up a few of them. All right, a few misunderstandings about journaling. And if you know any of the misunderstandings, you can put in the comment section. So let's talk. One is that journaling is only for writers. I've heard people say journaling is only for writers. I don't write, so I don't need to journal, but that's not true, right? If you can think, you can journal. Journaling isn't about perfect grammar or beautiful sentences. No, 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 no. It's about expression. It's about clarity. Did you get that? It's about expression and clarity. All right. Now, another myth that I'm going to be talking about is that you must write every single day. You must write every single day. Yeah, the truth is this, okay? Journaling is flexible, very flexible. While consistency is powerful, even journaling 2 or 3 times a week can spark transformation in your life. Did you get that? So consistency is very good. If you can, journal every day. But if you can't, please journal as much as you can. Now, myth 3. You need lots of time to journal. You need lots of time. The truth is that 5 intentional minutes can shift your mindset a day. It's not really about how long, but about how deep and how honest you are willing to go. Did you get that? It's about how deep and how honest you're willing to go. So it's not about how long. Another myth I'll be talking about is that it's only for women. Who has heard this or that? Journaling is only for women or for emotional people. So the truth is this. Journaling is for everyone. Journaling is for everyone. CEOs journal, athletes journal, leaders journal, parents journal, teenagers journal, even children journal. My 5-year-old journals every day. It's a universal tool for growth. Even my 2-year-old has started journaling. Yes, she just scribbles and draws every rubbish, but yes, it's part of it because we all journal together. It's a universal tool for growth. So if you want to grow, you have to journal. Do you understand? So we go to what does journaling do? What does it do? What journaling actually does? Now, it declutters your mind, right? It strengthens your memory. Did you get that? It strengthens your memory. It boosts your creativity. Don't worry, we are still on that slide. A lot of things I'm saying might not be in the slide. So just listen and take notes if you can, all right? It improves emotional regulation. All right. It promotes intentional living. It rewires your brain through repetition. We'll go into that in details in the next slide. It rewires your brain through repetition. This is why affirmation journaling is very, very good. All right. It helps you understand yourself better. Oh, journaling is so good with it. It helps you build self-awareness, self-mastery. It builds confidence as well through self-reflection. Journaling is a game changer. So let's not just joke with it at all. All right. I'm talking about types of journaling as well. Types of journaling. All right. So we'll be talking about some powerful types. There are a lot of journaling types, but we'll talk about some powerful types that are very, 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 helpful and important. All right. And during this challenge, I would like you to explore some of these types of journaling. We have gratitude journaling. Gratitude journaling is powerful. It helps you to focus on what you're thankful for. So it actually trains your mind to see the good and not the bad, to see what is it, that what you have is actually enough. All right. So it just trains your mind to see the good. Do you understand that? Now we have reflection journaling. Reflection journaling captures what happened during the day. This is the one everyone knows about. Captures what happens during the day, how you felt, what you learned, what you didn't achieve, and what you achieved, what you would have done differently. That is reflection journaling. That is powerful as well. All right. Then we have the prompt-based journaling. This is like the easiest type of journaling. It uses thoughtful prompts to guide your thoughts and your reflections. The 365-day exceptional journal, this one that we gave you, this is a prompt-based journal, which also combines gratitude and self-reflection. All right. We have the prayer of faith journaling as well. Yes, where you write down prayers, you write down revelations, you write down scriptures, or what God is teaching you, right? Of course, when you study your Bible, you have a journal where you write what God says to you in the course of your study. Then we have the goal and vision journaling. This is very, very important. It helps you to set goals, track your progress, and visualize your dreams. All right. It helps you to track your progress. This is key. It helps you to track your progress. And then when you visualize your dream, it's easier to, chase it. Then you have the emotional release journaling. This is amazing. It helps you to pour out your feelings without judgment. That really was a game changer for me when I started journaling. You're able to pour out your feelings without being ashamed. It helps you to release stress. It helps you to find clarity in what you are doing. All right, because it's always important to release our emotions. Then you have creative journaling. The doodle, you draw, you write poetry or ideas and engage the brain. This is the one children love the most. The creative one, the doodling, they like to draw, to paint on their journal and all of it. Then, of course, you have parenting journaling. In parenting journaling, you reflect on your parenting journey. You celebrate small wins. You celebrate, you identify patterns. That's what parenting, you identify patterns, things that trigger you to yell and stuff like that. You identify such patterns and triggers. You also have children's journaling, the fun, guided journaling with prompts, drawings, affirmations, and reflections that children love so much. It makes it fun for them, and it makes it, makes them consistent in journaling when it's more fun, right? So that is it. Let's go to the next slide. We are moving. Let's go to the next slide, please. All right. So in this slide, we'll be talking about the brain journaling connection. The brain journaling connection. This is important because you need to understand the neuroscience of journaling, how it affects the brain. All right, how it affects the brain. That will help you understand what you're doing. So you know that what you're doing is not just normal, it's not just ordinary. So when you pick up your pen and you start journaling, the truth is this: you are not just writing, no, you are rewiring your brain. Did you hear what I said? You are rewiring your brain. Now let's explore how that works through the lens of brain science. I'll be talking a little about brain science today, so just bear with me. Listen, if you can, take notes, because this will help you. All right, I like to make people understand the exact thing you're doing. Now let's talk about the reticular activating system. The reticular activating system that we'll be calling RAS. It's your brain's gatekeeper. All right. Just think of the RAS as your brain's personal assistant. As your brain's personal assistant. It's a small network of neurons in your brainstem. All right. Now, the RAS filters all the information your brain receives. Did you see that? All of it, the RAS is responsible for filtering them, with thousands of thoughts coming in every second. With thousands of thoughts coming in every second, the RAS decides what deserves your attention. Yes, it decides that this one deserves your attention, this one doesn't deserve your attention. It decides it. What you focus on is what your RAS filters for. Did you hear what I said? What you focus on is what your RAS filters for. So here is the power. When you write something repeatedly, especially with intention, you're training your RAS to prioritize that thought. You're training your RAS to prioritize that particular thought. Now, I'll give you an example, okay? Now, You write something like, maybe you write, I am patient and calm with my children. You write it every day. Your brain begins to notice opportunities to be patient. Your RAS filters out distractions. Your RAS filters out distractions and highlights situations where that affirmation can come to life. Did you get what I'm saying? This is very, very key. You need to understand this. So what this means for journaling is this. Every time you journal positive thoughts, every time you journal positive thoughts, you journal goals, you journal your intentions, you're telling your RAS, hey, this matters to me. This is what matters. Look out for this. Show me more of this. Did you get that? Do you understand what I'm saying? Now, for me, I actually journal mostly in the evenings. If you see me journaling in the morning, I miss it in the evening. So usually I journal in the evening. That's my journaling time. And each time I do, I set goals for the next day. All right. I set goals for the next day. Now I've realized that once those goals are set and I write them down, I remember them vividly the next day. Without even having to go back to my journal, I remember them. But anytime I don't write down my goals, I forget most of them the next day. That's what happens. I forget most of them when I've not written them down. Within the day, most times I don't go back to my journal to check what I wrote down, what I had written the previous day. Most times I don't do that. But I just remember it. Why? Because I've written it down the previous day. Somehow it's just there. So this is one of the functions of the RAS. So when you write something repeatedly, the RAS believes, oh, this is important to this person. The RAS brings it to you. Do you understand? The truth is this: the brain believes what it sees and what it hears consistently. It believes it. That's why we should be careful about what we feed our eyes and our ears with on social media. The brain believes what it sees. The brain doesn't know the difference between what is imagined and what is real. It believes what it sees and what it hears consistently, what it hears repeatedly. Whenever something is repeated, the brain just believes it. It doesn't know the difference between that this one is real or that this one is imagined. No. When you speak or write something often, you're creating a cognitive loop, a strong connection in your neural pathways. Do you get that? You're creating a strong connection in your neural pathways. And that is why affirmations written repeatedly in a journal become new beliefs. Have you noticed that? When you keep writing an affirmation repeatedly, it becomes your new belief. Your brain believes it, and that is it. Do you get that? So what does journaling do for you? Journaling shifts negative internal talk to empowering thoughts. Journaling helps override old limiting beliefs. Journaling, it gives your brain new truths to hold on to. People that have a lot of negative self-talk, your brain is always telling you, I can't do this, I'm not enough. Journaling helps you override that. It gives your brain new truths to hold on to. You're not lying to yourself, no. You are rewiring yourself. You are rewiring your brain. You are rewiring yourself. You're working on yourself. This is the power of journaling. Another thing we're talking about is memory and writing. You know that what you write, you remember. We've talked about that, right? What you write, you remember more than what you don't write. All right. So studies show that writing activates more parts of the brain than speaking, than typing. That's why I prefer to use to write. I have some e-journals, but I prefer to write. I prefer to write than to type or use e-journals. I actually prefer to write with pen and paper. Do you understand? When you write, the truth is this: you engage the motor memory, all right? The physical act. You engage the motor, as you're writing physically, you engage the motor memory. You create visual memory, when you see these words as well. Do you understand? So you engage emotional memory. Connecting feelings to thoughts. Do you get that? Are you here with me? Can you all hear me? The chat section is so quiet. I hope you can hear me, and I hope you're getting value, all right? So that's why journaling is so powerful, even for children. Thank you, Amanda, for responding. Even for children, for students, for adults, journaling is very powerful. So when you journal your gratitude, when you journal your dreams, when you journal what you've learned, it stays with you. It stays with you when you write down more than when you just hear it. That's why whenever I teach children most times, and I teach parents sometimes. So I tell them, write. Writing is very important. So parents, if you want your child to retain values like honesty, kindness, or confidence, tell them to write it consistently. Yeah. Thank you, Noye. Thank you. Help them to write it consistently in their journal. Do you understand? Any value you want them to, it stays longer than a lecture ever could stay. So any value you want your children to retain, please help them to write consistently. Let's talk about the neuroplasticity of the brain, rewiring the brain through repetition. Now, neuroplasticity is your brain's superpower. The neuroplasticity of the brain makes it amazing. It means your brain can change. It means your brain can grow. Do you understand? It means your brain can create new thought patterns at any age at all. At any age, it doesn't matter how old you are, your brain can create new thought patterns. So journaling gives you a practical way to harness this neuroplasticity ability of your brain. When you write a new belief, for example, you write something like, I am loved and capable. Let's use this for an example. I am loved and capable. You just write that, you keep writing. You know what happens? Your brain forms a new neural pathway. Do you get that? Your brain forms a new neural pathway, and then with repetition, that pathway becomes stronger and automatic. It becomes strengthened when you continue repeating this thing. Do you understand? So when you people, they go for therapy, maybe they're suffering from whatever. This is what happens. So this is how people break free from things like low self-esteem. Do you get that? Break free from, yeah, there's power in repetition. Thank you, Amanda. Break free from negative self-talk. Yes, this is how people break free from emotional overload, from stress cycles. Do you get that? So it's not just magic. No, it's not. It's not. It is neuroscience in action. Do you get that? It's not magic. It's neuroscience. And this is why journaling is very important. I just tell people, take journaling serious. Whatever you're going through, journaling has the ability to rewire your brain. Do you get that? Now, let's talk about why this matters for families. You know, for parents, journaling helps you become more self-aware. I always tell parents that whenever I have the opportunity to teach parents, I tell them that awareness is very important and it's the greatest gift you can give your children. It helps you to become less reactive. It helps you to become more intentional because you're now self-aware, you master your own self. For children, it builds healthy identity. It builds emotional regulation and of course, confidence. Yes. It builds so much confidence in children. I've seen it work like in a lot of children. Do you understand? So together, it creates bonding with, when you do it together with your family, it creates bonding, shared learning, and a culture of reflection and growth in your home. This is a powerful culture that you must build in your home. A culture of reflection, a culture of growth. You understand? You don't need to change everything at once. No, you don't. Just start writing the right things every day. Start writing the right things daily and watch your brain, your beliefs, and your family dynamics transform dramatically. Do you get that? Watch your brain, your beliefs, and your family dynamics transform. Let's go to the next slide. I've spent so much time on this particular slide. I love talking about the brain. It's just amazing. So can we go to the next slide, please? All right. So in the next slide, yes, so we're talking about journaling for emotional regulation. Yes, journaling and emotional regulation. Journaling for emotional regulation. This is very important. You're getting value. I want to see your comments. I want this to be as interactive as possible. Give me an emoji if you're enjoying this class as much as I am. I love to talk, I love to teach, so I'm enjoying myself here. All right, and I'm so excited to have you all once again. Thank you for being here. So let's talk about journaling for emotional regulation. Journaling for, of course, we all know that journaling helps with emotional regulation, right? We know that. We already know that. I've talked a little about that. But now, talking about the fact that emotional clutter is actually real. It's so real, eh? Because I know oh God, emotional clutter is very real. And journaling clears it. Journaling clears it. Now, every day, our brains and our hearts absorb a whirlwind of emotions. Who knows what I'm talking about? It absorbs stress, disappointment, guilt, fear, joy, pressure, excitement. Now, when these emotions are not processed, what happens? They pile up and they lead to emotional overwhelm. I don't want to talk about emotional overwhelm. When these things are not processed, your emotions need to be processed every day. That's the truth. They lead to emotional overwhelm. They lead to anxiety. They lead to mental fatigue. This is why we have a lot of mental health issues. It is about emotional overwhelm. They lead to reactivity, especially in parenting. You find out that you're always reacting instead of responding. You react. So journaling is a safe emotional dump zone. A safe emotional dump zone. It helps you to clear your emotional clutter before it explodes. Because when it's not cleared, it eventually will explode. Definitely. Do you get that? It's like giving your heart a voice before your voice turns into a shout. So journaling is like giving your heart a voice before your voice turns into a shout. Did you hear that? So journaling helps you to pause and to process. You pause and you process. That's what journaling does for you. Because when you come to write, you have to pause and think, right? Whether you're facing or whether you're a child facing peer pressure or a parent juggling like 10 things at once, journaling gives you a pause button. That's what it does for you. It gives you a pause. It says like, hold on, let's reflect. Let's name this feeling. Let's understand it. Do you understand? Before reacting to it. This is what journaling does for us. Let's understand this feeling. Let's name it. If we don't, because you have to name it to tame it. Do you get that? So what does it teach children? Journaling teaches children that feelings are valid, but they don't have to control you. Mhm. That feelings are valid, but they don't have to control you. That is it. That writing down feelings helps you understand what triggered them. That's what it teaches children. That writing them down helps you understand what triggered them. Do you get that? That you can respond, not just react. Okay? That you can respond, not just react. All right? Now let's talk about what it teaches parents. Let's talk about what it teaches parents. It teaches parents that calm parenting begins with calm processing. And that is so true. Calm parenting actually begins with calm processing. That's the truth. Do you get that? So you can actually move from like yelling to intentional conversation with your children. You can. Trust me, you can. I was a chronic yeller. Oh, you don't want to know where I'm coming from. It also teaches parents that writing is your secret weapon to clarity and emotional healing. That's the truth. Writing is your secret weapon to clarity and emotional healing. Do you get that? It is actually a secret weapon. Journaling is a secret weapon. A lot of people haven't discovered. So it also improves communication and reduces yelling in parents. I've talked about that. It reduces yelling in parents and it improves communication. So now let me ask you a question here. Excuse me. Have you ever yelled at your child and immediately you feel guilty afterwards? Has it happened to you? You know, most of the time, it wasn't about them. It wasn't about the children. That's the truth. It was about your own stress. Most times, that's the truth. It's about your own stress. Because maybe that thing they did that day that made you yell, if they had done it another day that you were so happy, you might not have yelled. So it was about your own stress. Journaling gives your emotions a safe exit. All right. When you consistently write about your triggers, You consistently write about your triggers. You consistently write about your day. You consistently write about your stress. You are less likely to unload it on your children. That's the truth. Did you get that? When you consistently write these things, you're less likely to unload it on your children. So you begin to understand why certain things frustrate you. And when you understand that some things frustrate you, you know what to do beforehand. You begin to create boundaries. So journaling makes you understand what boundaries you need to create, what boundaries you need to strengthen. You understand. So journaling just makes you self-aware. What you truly want, it helps you understand what you truly want to communicate. All right? What you truly want to communicate. I didn't see that question, please. It's not just emotional relief, it's actually emotional intelligence emotion. So journaling helps you build emotional intelligence. There'll be a replay. I hope this is being recorded. Coach Jake, is it recorded? I think it's recorded. So there'll be a replay for those who are asking. So I'll tell you a story of transformation of an intentional parent. Yeah. I'll tell you a story of transformation of an intentional parent. So this is our story. She said, I remember one specific evening, the house was a mess. The kids were loud, and I had a splitting headache. One child spilled juice on the floor, and I just lost it. I raised my voice. Thank you, Coach Joke, for that. They went quiet. My heart sank. She said that night, I didn't run to social media or to the TV. I picked up my journal and wrote exactly how I felt. Did you see that? She wrote exactly how she said she felt overwhelmed, she felt guilty, tired, and out of control. This is what she wrote. All right. She wrote it. She wrote exactly how she felt. As I poured out my heart on paper, something shifted. I saw patterns. I realized I wasn't really angry. Did you see that? She wasn't really angry. That was what she realized. I was exhausted and emotionally full. I was exhausted and emotionally full. So that night, I wrote a simple line. she wrote, my home deserves my peace, not my pieces. My home deserves my peace, not my pieces. From that day, I committed to journaling every evening. And slowly, I stopped yelling. I started pausing. I started breathing and writing instead of reacting. Did you see that? That's a powerful story. She started breathing and writing instead of reacting. So journaling didn't just change her parenting, it changed her. It changed her. It gave her a calmer heart. It gave her clearer thoughts. It gave her a gentler voice. Did you get that? Did you get that? Can we go to the next slide, please? Next slide, please, Kojoke. Next slide. Yes. So we talk about journaling and self-awareness. Yes, you will stop yelling. Trust me, you will. Let's talk about journaling and self. When you start journaling consistently, it will help you. Trust me. So journaling is a mirror helping you to understand yourself better. Because to stop yelling, you have to become self-aware first of all, right? So journaling, imagine journaling as a gentle mirror that reflects not just what you look like, but who you truly are. It doesn't reflect what you look like, no. It tells you who you truly are. So for both adults and children, life is often filled with noise. It's often filled with noise, expectations, comparisons, failures, wins, everything. In the midst of all of these, we can forget to pause. Yes, we can forget to notice our own selves. Do you understand? So life is so fast. Journey slows us down. It gives us, a chance to ask, what am I feeling? What am I feeling? Do you get that? What did I learn about myself today? That's what journaling does for you. What made me feel proud? What made me feel disappointed? What made me feel excited? This is what journaling does. So it helps you to pause. It helps you to think. It helps you to reflect. Did you get that? These simple habits help children and adults to become more self-aware. They become aware of who they really are, not just what they do, or not just what they think they or who they think they are. No. So this act, reflective journaling, helps you to know yourself, to master yourself. It's called self-mastery. Journaling builds identity. Journaling builds inner confidence. Journaling builds self-trust. Did you see that? Confidence isn't built on applause. It is not. Confidence is built on understanding. It's built on acceptance, when you begin to accept yourself. Did you get that? So when children journal regularly, they begin to recognize what makes them unique. You know, when I teach the children in the exceptional children's tribe, I make them understand these things. They understand what makes them unique, that they are truly exceptional, what values they hold, their personal values. It's very important. What strengths they are proud of. Do you get that? What strengths they are proud of, what dreams matter to them. How to build confidence. It's how to build a self-awareness. This kind of reflection builds an internal sense of identity that no test score, no peer pressure, no social media post can shake. Trust me when I say that. Did you get that? So it's very important for children. Because in the world that's filled with so much noise, they need to know themselves. Now, for adults, it reconnects us to our own voice. It reconnects us to our values. It reconnects us to our progress. Do you get? It reconnects us to our personal growth beyond performance. So we are so keen on performance, but our personal growth matters much more than our performance. Now, over time, journaling becomes a conversation with your true self. Journaling becomes a conversation with your true self. And the more that conversation happens, the stronger your self-belief becomes. Did you get that? The more you keep conversing with your true self, the stronger your self-belief becomes, the stronger your self-awareness becomes, the stronger your self-esteem becomes. That's what journaling does for you. Now, listen, honest reflection plus positive reinforcement equals strong esteem. I'll say that again. Honest reflection plus positive reinforcement equals strong self-esteem. We live in a world where children often hear more about what they lack than what they have. Who knows what I'm talking about? That's the world we live in today. They hear more about what they lack. Social media is not helping us in that aspect, right? But journaling allows them to affirm what they are good at. It allows them to affirm what they are good at. It allows them to reflect on mistakes without shame. It allows them to celebrate small wins. It allows them to be honest without fear of judgment. You know what I'm talking about? This is what journaling does for them. All right? No fear of judgment. You can write anything you want in your journal. Nobody's going to judge you. You're not going to be ashamed of anything. Through guided prompts, like things like one thing I love about myself is this. They are just like the exceptional you journal has some guided prompts like today I did my best when this what am I excited about tomorrow? What am I looking for? Prompts, you understand? Prompts like I made a mistake, but here's what I learned from it. You know, things like that. Guided prompts like this, children begin to build emotional muscles. Okay, they begin to build emotional muscles, they begin to build resilience, they begin to build confidence, they begin to build self-compassion, and of course they begin to build gratitude. Okay, now for parents, this becomes a moment to model, a moment to teach self-worth beyond achievement. This is so important. A moment to model and teach self-worth beyond achievement, beyond performance. All right. Now, empowering children to value who they are beyond grades or appearance. That's another thing that journaling does for us. Because in a culture of filters, followers, fierce competition on the social media and everywhere around us, children often tie their worth to things like their looks, their results, maybe their school grades and things like that. Even their popularity for teenagers and preteens these days, they tie their worth to their popularity. That's what I'm talking about. But journaling does something that is very profound. Journaling reminds them you are more than a grade. You are more than your looks. We're actually more than our looks. That's the truth. You are more than what others even think about you. You are valuable because you are you. This is one thing I teach the children in the Exceptional Children's Tribe. How valuable they are. Because you are you, that is enough to tell you that you're very valuable. The original you. See, as children see their thoughts, when they see their dreams, their reflections and values on paper, day after day, they begin to feel heard, even by themselves. Yes, they begin to feel heard, even by themselves. They begin to feel seen in their own eyes. They begin to feel rooted in who they truly are. This is what journaling does for us. They begin to feel rooted in who they truly are. So they begin to understand themselves, to master themselves. And this is where real confidence begins. This is where real confidence begins. Let's just go to the next slide, please. Next slide, Kojoke. Thank you. All right. So in this, we're talking about reflection as a superpower. Yes, reflection is a superpower. Journaling teaches us to pause and reflect, as I've said before, right? It teaches us to what? Pause and reflect. Things like, what did I feel? What did I learn? What can I do better? Right? What did I feel? What did I learn? What can I do better? Things like that. See, this simple habit builds maturity in children and, of course, in adults. It builds maturity in children and adults. It sharpens emotional awareness. It deepens empathy. It leads to wiser choices. Truly, it leads to wiser choices because when you're self-aware, there are choices you won't make. I'm telling you the truth. There are things that won't bother you. Families who reflect together grow in connection, in understanding, and of course in purpose. Because they learn from each moment. They learn from each moment. They just don't move through the moments. No, they learn from every moment. Reflection isn't just thinking. Because sometimes when we talk about reflection, it's not just thinking, it's growing. It's growing. Reflection is growing. Let's go to the next slide. I want to be faster. We are far gone. Let's go to the next slide, okay? Let's go to the next slide, next slide, next slide. Yes, yes, creativity. I love this. I love this. Yes, so of course, we know that journaling sparks creativity. Journaling sparks creativity. Do we know that already? It activates the imagination. All right. So the thing is this, journaling activates the imaginative part of the brain. Do you understand? It activates the imaginative part of the brain. It unlocks creativity. It unlocks storytelling. It unlocks problem solving. This is what journaling does. Yes, it unlocks problem solving. For children, it boosts self-expression and confidence, as we've said before. So it boosts, in the self-expression in their ideas, confidence in their ideas as well. For adults, it stirs hidden passions and, of course, fresh perspectives. Do you understand? It stirs fresh perspectives. It stirs hidden passions in adults. All right. Now, I'll give you a fun tip. You can try things like doodle journaling, quote art, comic style entries to make journaling playful and irresistible, especially for children. Do you understand? You can just try whatever it is to make journaling playful. When journaling is more fun, it's irresistible for children. That's what I've realized in my work as a parent. All right. Now, this is an inspiring truth. You don't need to change everything at a time. I've said this before. You don't need to change everything at once. Just start writing. Just start writing the right things. Just start writing the right things every day. Start writing daily and watch your brain, your beliefs, and of course, your family dynamic transform. This is key. Just start writing. It doesn't take so much. The truth is this, it doesn't even take as much time as we think. Journaling is powerful and it takes it just takes your commitment. Do you get that? Let's go to the next slide, please. It takes you being committed to it. All right, yeah. So let's talk about how to make journaling fun for children. Okay, let's talk about to do journaling. We'll talk about it now. So to do journaling involves combining simple drawings or sketches with words. Okay, simple drawings or sketches with words. So children and adults can draw how they feel. For example, they can create symbols for their emotions or sketch scenes from their day. Do you understand? This is video journaling. Just drawing, sketching. Do you understand? And sketch scenes from their day, scenes from their day. Now, why it works is this. It engages both the creative and the logical sides of the brain. You know, we have the right and left side of the brain. The one for for creativity and logic. So it engages both sides of the brain. It makes journaling more expressive. It makes journaling more enjoyable. Do you get? Now there's quote art as well. Quote art. This is where journalers actually write down inspiring quotes. They write down inspiring quotes or even affirmation, and then they decorate them with colors. My daughter loves to do that at all. They decorate them with colors, with patterns or calligraphy. Do you get that? So you write something and you decorate. Maybe a quote, you just decorate. All right. It could be as simple as writing, I am enough, and design around it. Like you write, I am enough, and you design it so beautifully well. You design around it. Now, this is why it works. It turns powerful words into visual reminders. Okay? It turns powerful words into visual reminders that stick and uplift. It's very great for building self-esteem. It's amazing. Like it's powerful for building self-esteem. Then we have comic style entries. We have comic style entries where children create short comic strip style stories to express their thoughts, to express their daily experiences or lessons they've learned. They can draw characters. They can even draw themselves. Yes, they can even draw themselves and add speech bubbles. Have you seen children do that? And add speech bubbles. You know, now this is why this works. So this makes journaling feel like storytelling. Yes, it makes journaling feel like storytelling. It's engaging, it's creative. Do you understand? It helps children to reflect while having fun. So it's fun for children and it makes it irresistible for them. So the thing is this, all of these three methods we talk about make journaling less of a task for children. You understand? It makes journaling less of a task and more of a joyful, creative outlet that encourages consistency when it comes to children. All right. So these are some ways you can make journaling fun for children and of course, make it very, very exciting. Next slide, please, Coach. Okay. I'm trying to rush so that we can meet up with time. Yes. So in this next, we're talking about how to build consistency. Excuse me. How to build consistency. I hope I can still be heard. I hope you're getting value from this session. Just let me know if you're not getting value. Let me stop. Right. So making fun. Okay, let me say something about children. Let's go back to the last slide before we go to this. You can use color stickers. You can use drawings and fun prompts also to make it like fun for children. Okay, you can make it a family ritual. Yes, journaling together daily. Makes it's amazing. All right. Yes, it makes it a family ritual. So let them create like a journal name and decorate their journal. Thank you for that, Pedro. Do you understand? Let them decorate their journal. Let them celebrate. You can celebrate consistency with stars. Yes, or stickers or small rewards. Yes. Celebrate their consistency. Give them stars, stickers. It will help them. Because fun, when you make it fun, it makes them consistent. Do you understand? Make it theirs. Make it very exciting for them. All right. Make it very, 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 very exciting for them. That will help them to be consistent. Celebrate them when they are consistent. Give them rewards. Give them like stickers. I do a lot of stickers for my children. Do you understand? Yes. So I think we can now go to the next slide. I just wanted to add that to, making it fun for children. So the next slide, we'll be talking about how to build consistency, right? Please, Coach Okay, yes, how to build consistency. How to build consistency. Now, listen, pick a time for your journaling or anchor journaling to some habits. There are some things that you can't miss a day, right? Like bedtime or morning routine. Maybe your brushing time. You tell yourself, maybe after brushing, I'll journal. If it's in the morning or in the evening, if you brush in the evening, bedtime, some routines. You can also use daily prompts to make it easy and stress free. The truth is this, just aim for presence, not perfection. Just show up daily. Do you get? So this is just show up daily. Keep journals in specific places in your home to make it easier. I have a journal in my kitchen. I have a journal by my bedside. I have a journal in my bag. Do you get? You can create journaling stations in your home for easy access. You can create journaling stations. Just write something. Every single sentence you write is a win for you. Trust me. Just write something, even when you don't feel like it. Even when you don't feel like it. Just 2 minutes a day transformed my mindset. When I started journaling, I wasn't journaling for long. Just 2 minutes a day, I'll just write something. It transformed my mindset and it brought calm to my parenting. Do you understand? Small steps, big shifts. That's the truth. When it comes to journaling, small steps lead to big shifts. So just anchor it to something you know you must do daily, you must eat daily. Anchor it to something. The fact is that the benefits of journaling, there are a lot of, let's go to the next slide, Coach Okay. There are a lot of benefits of journaling, all right? A lot of benefits. Now, for parents, it reduces mental clutter. I think I've talked a bit about that before. Reducing mental clutter, it increases self-regulation and clarity. Yes, it builds clarity. It builds intentional parenting. Of course, you know that, right? It makes you become more intentional. It helps with gratitude. It helps with forgiveness. It helps with inner peace. So journaling is just amazing. And I'm sure we know that already. For children, journaling builds self-awareness. We've talked a bit about that. Journaling builds self-expression, right? It builds some creativity and confidence in children, and of course in adults as well, right? It strengthens writing. It strengthens emotional vocabulary. Yes, it strengthens emotional vocabulary. It encourages responsibility and gratitude. All right. Now, for families, when you now journal together as a family, what does it do? It deepens connection. It deepens communication as well. Do you get that? It creates a legacy of reflection in your family, a legacy of reflection, a legacy of growth, which is a powerful legacy to create. It anchors family values and shared experiences. Family values and shared experiences. That's what it anchors. So journaling is powerful and it's not something we should just take lightly, please. All right. Let's go to the next slide, please. So we can talk about a little look inside the challenge, what we expect in this challenge. So every day I'll give you a short teaching that most times it's going to be less than 5 minutes. Endeavor to listen to this every day. So you have powerful prompts for reflection in the teachings. Now, you have, of course, we've given you the free journal that's printable. That was the journal we sent, the soft copies for you to print. Very important. It's very needful that you print it. We also have daily community check-ins. We'll check on you. You have growth and identity, growth in identity, connection and joy. Excuse me. So I want to believe that let's go to the next slide. Next slide, please. Yes, final encouragement. Yes. So the thing is this, you really don't have to be perfect. You just have to be present. I'll say that again. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to be present. Yours is not downloading. I don't know. We'll attend to that later. Maybe we'll send another one. Now, this journey will transform how you see yourself and how you see your child. That's the truth. To transform how you see yourself and how you see your child. Journaling is actually a gift that keeps giving. So please don't estimate it. Don't underestimate its power. Do not underestimate the power of journaling. Please. Do you get that? All right. I want you to commit to, next slide, please. I want you to commit to showing up every day, every day, every day. Commit to showing up every day. Set up your journal station tonight or today. Set up your journal station. Make a family journaling commitment. Call your family, have a mini meeting and say, we'll start journaling from today. Do you get that? That was what I did when I started with my family. Remember to write down in the group or snap and send whenever you complete it. So we want you in the group to always write, whenever you complete, you do your journaling, put down in the group or snap and send your journal if you want to. We'll be checking the group on a daily basis to see those who are complying with their daily journaling. Because you've paid us to hold you accountable, and that we shall do. We'll hold you accountable. So please, every day you must journal and write in the group. Don't take journaling lightly, please. Take it very, very serious. Don't underestimate the power of journaling. It's truly a life transforming tool. Trust me when I say that. When you begin, you will understand why I keep saying this. After this session today, I want us to all introduce ourselves in the group. All right, just your name, your country, where your country of residence, and maybe a picture so we can identify you and what you do as well. That should do. So, and of course, your picture. Just introduce yourself in the group so we'll get to know you better. Let's know ourselves. It's important that we get to know ourselves. Let's know ourselves as we begin this life-changing and life-transforming journey together. All right. I had spoken in one of the posts I shared in the group. I said that it's important you get the hard copy of the journal. If you're unable to print, you can get the hard copy. But if you want to just print out and bind, it's about 400 pages. So I'm just wondering, it might be too bulky for you to print out and begin to bind. But if you can do that, that's also fine. But I'll give you some reasons why this journal is amazing. This journal is truly, it's called the Exceptional Journal, right? It's truly exceptional. All right. In this journal, we have daily guidance. You have like daily guidance at your fingertips. Now, this journal has 365 powerful prompts for every day. 365 powerful prompts for every day to build your confidence, your child's confidence, because it's meant for the whole family. Children can use it, adults can use it. To build self-awareness, to build emotional strength. You have all these things right in your hands when you have this journal. It encourages screen-free growth. Because I always look for something to put my children off the screen. It's a beautifully designed, tangible journal that invites reflection without the distraction of devices. Do you understand? So this is a powerful journal, actually. So you should consider getting the hard copy. It creates a legacy, of course, a keepsake for your child, a keepsake for you. And your child, you will cherish it. It captures their thoughts, their dreams. I'm talking about children now, their growth, and of course, their personal journey, throughout the whole year, because it's for the whole year. It's for 365 days. And of course, it builds routine, it builds discipline. The truth is this, having a physical journal encourages daily use. When you have a physical journal, it encourages you to use it daily. That's the truth. It encourages you to use it daily. It builds a lasting journaling habit. All right. So the thing is, consider getting the hard copy or printing out the one we sent and binding. Just a family bonding tool. You can use it as a conversation starter and reflection point during the family time. It inspires consistency. I can go on and on and on to talk about this journal. The appealing layout, the illustrations, the structure, everything about it makes journaling fun. It makes journaling engaging and something to actually look forward to. Do you understand? So I don't want to keep talking about this journal, but ensure that you get a hard copy of, whether you're printing out or buying this one, please get this the journal. This journal, it makes it really easy for starters. This is the best kind of journal. I told that it has and it also has, did I tell you, it has inspiring quotes for every day. So it has 365 inspiring quotes as well. The truth is that for starters, using prompts journaling is better, it's easier. It makes journaling really stress-free. You don't even have to think so much because it's asking you questions, you're just responding. So this one has prompts to help you build very empowering prompts, very empowering insights as well, to help you build confidence. So it makes it easier. Then it also has, of course, the quotes I'm talking about. It has a part for gratitude that tells you, what am I thankful for today? It has a part of reflection that says, what did I do well today? It has a part that asks you, what am I looking forward to tomorrow and stuff? What is my goal for this week? Stuff like that. So for starters, this is the best kind of journal to use because it makes journaling quite easy and stress-free. Yes, yes. I'll just give some time for questions. I know we are far, our time is fast spent, but this is our only live meeting. That's why it had to be this long, because our only live meeting. Other days I'll just be sending you short teachings, pre-recorded. And I'm trusting God that this will be a very, very impactful journey for you. I want to say it once again, please do not underestimate the power of journaling. Journaling is powerful. So I'll take your questions at this time. If you have any questions at all, please feel free. Put it in the comment section. I'll be looking at the comment section and I'll be answering all of your questions. There will also be a replay for this session in case you are interested in the replay. So questions, please. Thank you so, so, so much for listening. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for joining us today. Let's begin this extraordinary journey together. Thank you and thank you again. Question time, please. I'm looking at the comment section for questions. Is there any question there? You're welcome, Amanda. Thank you. Okay, I'm just trying to get my that session so I can see what's happening there. You're welcome. Yes, I would, Amanda, you're asking, yes, I would send the Amazon link. Of course, it's on Amazon. So where are you? Which country are you from, Amanda? Amanda said, I really enjoy this class. Thank you for your time. Thank you, Nonye. Thank you for your time as well. Oh, yes. You can journal with what? Plan book. You can journal with any book at all. You can journal with any book at all. You can get a normal book and journal with it. Yes. All you need to do is every day think about, it depends on another thing is it depends on what kind of journaling you want to do. All right. For me, for example, I have different kind of journals. I have this one. This one is I told you I love this one. I created it because I wanted it to be like the basics. Like for anybody that is new to journaling, this is what I'll recommend. All right. But over time, you can now go to to have a full gratitude journal where you just write what you're thankful for every day. Maybe 3 things I'm thankful for each day. In this journal, it gives you that opportunity as well to write what you're grateful for. You can have an affirmation journal. I have an affirmation journal. I have a gratitude journal. I have an affirmation journal. I have a parenting journal. Of course, I have a prayer journal and a testimony journal, which I'm trying. My testimony journal, I've not even been consistent with it, but I love to do my affirmation journal every day, my gratitude journal every day. My reflection journal is this one. I did this one as my reflection journal. So if you use a normal book, it's fine, absolutely fine. All right. But you just have to tell yourself, okay, what am I writing? Like, what is the major thing I want to be journaling on every day? It could just be affirmation. It could just be a reflective journal where you write how your day went. Do you understand? Now, there was a day someone has done something very hurting, and Someone wants to be unmuted. Annabelle wants to be unmuted. Coach Joke, can you please unmute Annabelle? Do you understand? So I had, in fact, I felt it was terrible. In fact, that day I cried and cried. I was at work. So I got this call and I cried and cried. I had, I was about finishing from work. So I just took permission. I went to the car after crying. Hmm. I brought out my journal. I have journal everywhere. I have the journal in my bag and I started writing. So I wrote everything. Like I wrote everything I was feeling. I was feeling terrible. I just I just wrote down every part of it. And that was it. I poured out everything on my journal and I came home. So when I had the discussion with my husband, I was now just telling him what happened. Do you understand? Now, before now, I would have come home with all that emotions, that anger, that sadness, and I would pour it on my husband and on my children. Do you understand? Do you understand? But because I was able to write everything on my journal, I came home lighter. I could discuss this issue without the emotions. I don't know if you get the point. So what I'm saying is you can use any book to journal. You can use any book. Use any book. You can do like reflective journaling. You can do affirmation journaling. Choose whatever works for you. It's perfect. It's fine. Depending on where you are and what you want to achieve. Thank you for your time. Please, how many journals do you recommend each day? How many journals? So it depends. Now, when I started journaling, I had one. I didn't want Wahala. Do you understand? It's when you now grow, you can now have more journals. But it's up to you. If you want to start with many, it's up to you. I'm not recommending any. I don't. What do you mean? How many? Or is it how many times to journal? Because it's how many times I journal once. It's during my journaling time I journal. I do my reflective journaling. I do my affirmation journaling. I do my gratitude journaling. These are the three I do every day. My reflective journaling, my affirmation journaling, and the gratitude journaling. So I don't know. Your question is it how many do I recommend? How many journals for you? I recommend one. It's a minimum of one and a maximum of how many you want. Yes. Do you understand? But start with one. If you're still starting, start with one. So it won't be overwhelming to you. In fact, if you're still starting, start with the exceptional you journaling because this one, the exceptional you journal, because it has prompts, as I said. So it makes journaling easy. I started with this type of journal that makes journaling easy because it makes it easy, it makes it fun, it makes it less stressful. You're not thinking too much. It asks you questions, it gives you insights and all of it. All right. I hope that answers your question. Okay. Can we share like with our bigger children to listen to? Of course, yes. Children can listen to this webinar. Why not? They can. Okay, yeah, they can. They can. Remember, this is a family journaling challenge. So the truth is that children are supposed to be part of this. So if you're printing out, for example, print out copies for your children as well. All of you should journal together. Create a particular time that you journal together as a family. For me, every evening we journal together. We put a time 7 p.m., but sometimes we don't even meet at 7, but we make sure we journal together whenever it is, but we journal together. And then when I'm on night shift, I can't journal with them. I leave earlier. So what happens is when I'm on night shift, they journal alone. They always remember. Sometimes when I'm on night shift, I'm even the one that may not be able to journal that day. Then when I come back in the morning, I'll journal, but they always journal. Do you see that? So make it a family journaling thing and it will build consistency. In fact, the first time I did this challenge was with my children. That was what helped us build consistency in journaling. We did a 30-day journal challenge. I did it with my children. And after then, they became very consistent. I didn't need to be talking again, talking too much. Have you journaled today? Why did you forget journaling yesterday? Now they run with it like they are so consistent. So I'll look for the next question. Right. I hope that answers you. Okay, no other question here. I hope that's actually. Have you unmuted? I think someone wants to talk. Annabelle wants to talk.
Yeah, my hand has been up.
Sorry.
Good morning. Oh, well, it's morning here.
Okay, where are
That's
you? Where are you?
Georgia, Georgia,
Pardon?
US.
Oh, welcome from
Yes,
US. It's afternoon where we are. We are in the UK.
I know. Okay, okay. I was going to say, I wish you pushed it backward because 7 a.m. is like school runs, the heart of it for me. But I've learned like in this world, we can't have it all. If I'm complaining, someone else is very, very comfortable elsewhere. So we'll
Yeah.
just walk around it. I
Yeah.
just want to applaud you because I logged in, however, and you had started. You know, when you sent me a message, I was like, "Who are you? How did you get my?" And you were like, "Intentional from the academy, Coach Wendy stuff." You know,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
actually still keyed in because sometimes we keep hearing something from someone, and
Yeah.
it looks like we're listening, we're taking it in, and we're still not doing anything about it. So I was like,
Yeah.
okay, let me hear it from someone else. It may stick better. Because, for example, like in church, I was asked to take children's Sunday school group that was just my kids' age group, and I protested that I can't keep telling my children about God at home and then come to church and tell them what more do I want to say? Like, I want someone else to take their class, you know, so
Yeah.
because it really helps. So I was looking forward to you, to this group. Let me hear it in another light. I've heard it a lot from Coach Wendy, and I've still not done anything, I must confess, which
Oh. Oh.
I cannot hide it. I just want something in me needs to do it, but
Yeah.
I'm still not there. So I was like, okay, let me do this, let me do this, let me hear you. And I'm not comparing, that's not the case. I'm still very, very much, but I want to know a bit more about you. Since I've been listening to you, I'm very, very comfortable. I like it. I like to hear various podcasts. It solidifies information, it makes it stronger and
Yeah.
more, it sits better, you know. So if
Yeah.
we have like minds, I mean, as you were talking, I was hearing a lot of things about Coach Wendy. So it's amazing. You know, yeah, it's amazing. So it just makes me feel very, very comfortable with where I
Yeah.
am, but I want to
Yeah.
know a bit about you, you know, how long, you know, and then my main question will be talk about journaling. Yes, you talked about it towards the end of before I started talking now, like 7 o'clock in the evening, because I see journaling like more of a reflection kind of thingy, you know, because the entire day has to go through so that you talk about your experience at the end of the day. But
Yeah.
when you talk about affirmation, journaling, and gratitude, that can come any other time of the day
Yeah.
because
That's
it
correct.
depends on whenever it happened. But
Yeah.
a bit of the affirmation journaling, which I missed. Are you trying to like what you want to happen to you, or you're just writing positive things that comes to your thought, or what inspired you for the day, then you put it down? And then is it really true? Like journaling should be more like an evening thing, which is what I subscribe to. Like, or whatever happened all day, and everybody comes together and then try to put their thoughts down, you know.
All right.
And
So thank you
tell
for
me more
your
about you
question.
today. And maybe I missed that at the beginning of today's stuff, introduction. I would just love to hear a bit more about you. Thank you.
Okay, so thank you so much for being here, and thank you for showing up despite the fact that the time wasn't convenient for you. Thank you.
Yes,
I feel very honored,
thank
to
you
be
too.
doing this with you. Thank you. So,
Yes,
one about me. Yes, we actually played the introduction at the beginning, everything about me. I'm actually a children's and teens confidence coach. All right. I'm the founder of the Exceptional You Academy and the lead coach of the Exceptional Children's Tribe. All right. So that's it. I'm married with 3 children. I live in the United Kingdom and I'm Nigerian. I'm Nigerian Igbo, precisely. My full name is Jennifer Mma Okeke. All right. So I'm a radiographer by profession. I work with the NHS in the UK here. I don't know if there's more questions about me. You can. I don't know. Maybe I'll tell the team to play the introduction again at the end, if that will help. All right. So let's talk about your questions. Um, is journaling supposed to be just in the evening? The answer is yes and no. I'll explain. Even for me, I told you we set a time for journaling at 7 p.m. Sometimes we don't meet to this time for some reason, sometimes, maybe when we go out or something and come back late. But we try to do it in the evenings because we reflect about our day. For me, when I'm on night shift, sometimes I miss my journaling time I miss my journaling before I go to work. And when it's busy at work, I may not journal for that day. When I come back in the morning, the first thing I do is to journal for the day before. So you can do journaling in the morning. I know people who journal in the morning, they journal for the day before, reflecting on what happened the day before. Do you understand? But for my children, they always journal in the evening because, in fact, my first daughter told me that when I don't journal that evening, I forget what happened. So the next day, she's thinking too much. Do you get that? But the truth is, you can actually journal in the morning as well, and journal whatever happened the day before in the morning. Whatever works for you is perfect. All right. So for affirmation journal is just affirming yourself. So when you say things like, for me, in my affirmation journal, I write things like, have time to read to my children daily. I have time to play with my children daily. Because at some point it was a struggle. Getting time to play with them every day. And it's something I really wanted to do. So I began to write it every day in my affirmation journal. Do you see that? And remember I said when you write consistently, it rewires your brain. So I write what I want to see. I write about my academy. That is a global brand. That it is impacting millions of lives all over the world. I write it in my affirmation journal. So I keep writing it every day. And you know what? It comes to reality. So it's just like affirming yourself. My children have affirmations that they say every day. So immediately after our morning prayers, they say the affirmations. So they keep saying it every day. And as I said before, it rewires their brain. It becomes reality to them. So they know they are powerful. They know they are strong. They know, the Holy Spirit lives in their body. It becomes, they now know it. I don't know if you're getting it. So this is what affirmation journaling is. You just write what you want to see, where you want to be, what you want your future to be. Do you understand? I don't know if that answers your question. So let your affirmation be powerful. Let it be where you really want to see yourself. Affirmation is really a powerful thing. All right. So when you keep writing it, it actually rewires your brain. Your brain believes it. Your brain begins to work at it. And it happens. I hope that answers the question about affirmation journaling and about journaling time as well. I don't know. Okay, are you still unmuted? If you are still unmuted, so you tell me if that answers your question, or if I didn't answer all of your questions. So that answered it. Oh, are there new messages? I think there are still new questions. Just a second. Okay, you said I thank you. You said I did thank you. Of course, Noelle is asking if this phone. Yes, I know that joining is important. I need to join the challenge. Yes, yes. So this group will hold you accountable, but you have to allow us to hold you accountable. I'm talking to Nonye now. Nonye Igwe, yes. Thank you for being here. So allow us hold you accountable. Now I've said two things for today now. One, I said set up your journaling station. Have a mini meeting with your children and say, we are going to start journaling today. All right. Print out the journal, the one we sent in the group. If you can't print it out, I don't know why, but we'll try and maybe resend it, or we'll find a way. Use another device and try download it, because every other person I know downloaded it. All right. So you need to have it. You need to have that journal to even start. All right. You really thank you. Thank you, Annabelle. So you need to have it to start. All right. Tell yourself, I will do this. For these 30 days, I'll be consistent in journaling. Remember, as I said, our brains believe what we tell it. So tell yourself, convince yourself, all right, that you can do this and that you will do it. Every day when you journal, put in the group, either snap and send it to the group, or just put done for us. If you don't want us to see what you wrote, put done in the group. Just do it. Just putting done, it won't take you 1 minute, right? It's just going to take you seconds. So put done in the group. This is how you help us to hold you accountable. We can't come to your house to hold your account. This is the only way. Do you understand? So each time you journal, put done in the group. Just keep at it. No matter, as I said, journaling doesn't have to be lengthy or deep, or even if it's one sentence, it's powerful. Just write something. Just write something. When you keep writing something, it keeps flowing. Do you understand? It can be short, it can be long. It doesn't have to be lengthy. It doesn't have to be a particular way. It doesn't have to be so deep and all of it. All right. When I started doing that, I could just write something small. Whatever, just do it. All right. So please submit to the system, and you see yourself soaring in this challenge. And I would really, really love to see all of you, being really impacted by this challenge. Because journaling challenge really helped me and my family. And that is why I've brought it to others, to also help other families as well. So thank you again. to all of you for being here. I don't know if I still have more questions. Thank you so, so much. I am so excited to be doing this with you. I am so, so excited to be starting this up with you. So from tomorrow, the 1st of May, we'll get into it. We'll get right into it. But start journaling today. Set up your journaling station today. Get everything you need together and start today. And tomorrow, we'll start officially with the 30-day journaling challenge from the 1st of May to the 30th of May. Thank you so, so much for your time. Thank you so, so, so much for being here. And if there are no more questions, this is where we'll close for the day. Please, let's introduce ourselves to the group. I am so excited, honestly, about this challenge. And I'm so, so, so thankful to all of you for agreeing to do this with me. Thank you. Thank you, all of you. I can see you all in the comment section. Thank you so, so much. Thank you, Annabelle. Thank you, Pedro. Thank you, Nonye. Thank you, Chikodi. I don't know if I'm missing anyone, but thank you, all of you. Thank you, Amanda. Thank you so much for being here. And I'm trusting that it's going to be worth your time and you get so much value from this challenge. Thank you so, so much. And at this time, I just want to be sure I'm not missing anybody. Yeah, I don't think I'm missing anybody. All right, so, and this is where we end for today. I'll see you again tomorrow. Of course, I'll be sending you, you hear my voice every day on, the short teachings, very short teachings. We don't want to take so much of your time. So thank you for being here again. And bye for now. Thank you.